Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is dissecting the reactions of Miss Robyn Dixon's cast members to her confirming that Juan did cheat, but we already knew that. The biggest, I personally think, issue is that she's confirming that she knew prior to the beginning of filming, but did not disclose it to production, and she did not bring it up as a storyline on the show. I think that is the biggest reactions we're having, and also how much she has gone against husbands and families and marriages and cheating scandals. But we're going to get into it. But before we do, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Juanita. She says, "Afternoon, Candy Canes. Hey, sweetheart, how are you?" She is a channel member, so shout out to Juanita. And shout out to Foxy. Foxy says, "Hey, everybody." So, hey, Foxy, thank you so much for joining us. As you guys come into the room, be sure to say hi. Drop a candy cane, say hello, say what's up. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it when we go live. And also be sure to share it with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. So with that, you guys, let's dive right on in. So on the screen is a couple of the reactions from Karen, from Chris Bassett, from Candiace. And don't worry if you can't read it. We're going to go through it from the article. So everything on the screen you will hear. I got you covered. Now let's go. This is from page 6. It says, rhop cast reacts to Robyn Dixon claiming Juan cheated. Quote, "Well, you don't say." The Real Housewives of Potomac cast had a lot to say after Robyn Dixon admitted that she knew of her husband's alleged affair. I don't know why they keep saying alleged affair since Robyn has confirmed it. So his quote affair. I'm being shady as hell, and the reason why I say alleged affair is because I don't think he's actually having an affair. I don't think he's actually cheating because I don't think they're in a real relationship. So if there is no true monogamy, there's no true relationship, then you're not technically cheating. To me, what you're lying about is the relationship. But let's keep going. Grand Dame Karen Huger 59 tweeted Monday, "Well, you don't say, ... shortly after her co-star's claims became public. Dr. Wendy Osefo, 38, dubbed Robyn's knowledge of the alleged affair as, quote, "clown behavior," laughing emoji with some corn. I guess she's calling her corny. And despite her fellow housewives keeping her thoughts to a minimum, their co-star Candiace Bassett unleashed a thread aimed at Robyn's attempt to conceal Juan's alleged affair during the show's 7th season. Wow, a thread. Our bosses, parentheses Andy Cohen, favorite clapback when we're playing coy about certain aspects of our lives is, "You're on a reality show about your life. There is an expectation that, doing no harm, we show up to this platform as our authentic selves," she tweeted early Tuesday. Side note, I'm happy that Candiace is calling out Andy Cohen, saying that, hey, he loves to say, "You're on a show, you need to show up with your authentic self." I'm wondering what happened at the rhop reunion, because they just shot the reunion. Obviously, Robyn was not honest at the reunion because her and Giselle just came out with their podcast episode. I think it was like yesterday. I think this news broke yesterday, where Robyn admitted to the affair and she admitted to knowledge of the affair prior to filming. So I'm really interested to see what happened at the reunion for Candiace to now pull Andy Cohen into the mix. So let's just keep that in the back of our minds as we watch the reunion and as this plays out. Okay, now let's keep going. And while we reserve the right to be judicious about what we share, there is a special brand of audacity attached to individuals who will knowingly bury the lead in exchange for damning and salacious lies that stand to cause irreparable harm to innocent people, the Drive Bat singer 36 added. Bassett said, listen, Candiace, we get it. You're in therapy, but you don't have to repeat everything your therapist tells you verbatim. A special brand of audacity in exchange for damning and salacious lies to cause irreparable harm to innocent people. We get it, Candiace. We get it. Anyway, congrats on your healing, girl. Anyway, Bassett said that hiding one's alleged infidelity during filming tarnishes the integrity of the premise of our show, adding, "It's not entertaining, it's not interesting, it's whack." I agree with Candiace on that one, no lies detected. She concluded her thread by inquiring why she and the other woman should have to continue to be open or genuine or authentic when some of our co-stars can rob our viewers of the truth and continually be rewarded for it. I get what you're saying, Candiace, but I think it's the inverse. It's not that you guys should say, well, why do I have to be honest? The question is she going to be held accountable for not being honest, right? Because we still need the housewives to show up as their authentic selves. We still need the housewives to be open and genuine. So I don't want the precedent to be, I'm going to be like Robyn and start lying and hiding stuff. I think the precedent to be, if you act like Robyn and you lie and you hide and you connive and you deflect, then you'll be held accountable and you will be fired. You know what I'm saying? On Monday's episode of Robyn 43 and Giselle Bryant's Reasonably Shady podcast, the mom of two admitted that she knew the former NBA star 44 had allegedly communicated with this woman on Instagram during the pandemic. Because he's bored, he needs attention. It's a pandemic, blah, 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 whatever she explained. To me, even Robyn's energy telling the story, there was no passion there. There was no jealousy there. To me, it was just more of like, ugh, I'm just tired. I have to deal with this. So you don't even care. Like, you don't even care. Like, there are people who have been divorced, or there are people who have broken up with their ex who still get salty if they see their ex with another person. They see their ex posting a pic with somebody on Instagram. They're pissed, they're salty, they're mad about it. There's still passion because there's still a love there. There's still connection there. Robyn doesn't even care. Girl, bye. Why do you keep trying to lie about this relationship? It's the fakest, phoniest BS I've ever. You don't even care. You don't even care. Girl, bye. Hey, Black Sheep, I agree. Black Sheep says, Bravo needs to fire Robyn and Giselle. I agree 100%. You cannot get away with holding back this type of information and not bringing it to the show and think you should still be able to hold your, flute of champagne. That's what they hold in Potomac. You shouldn't think that you should get to go back to be a housewife after this. Also, on that same exact thinking, isn't it crazy that Giselle and Robyn are trying to monetize this information? Like, oh, go to our Patreon and we'll tell you more information. I get it. Podcasters, YouTubers, we have our membership, super chats, we have our Patreons. Cool, cool, cool. But we're not on reality TV holding the tea back. You see what I'm saying? Like, it would be one thing if Robyn and Giselle had brought the situation to the show and let it play out on the show and then said, hey, you want a deeper dive? Join our Patreon. We'll tell you more about it. Cool, whatever. But the fact that they lied and they misheld it from the show, if I was Bravo, I would be pissed. If I was the producers, I would be pissed, and some heads would roll. I don't know how they think they're going to get away with that. I really don't. Okay, let's keep going, and then I'm going to take more of your Candy Cane questions and comments, so be sure to drop them down in the chat box. Let's keep going. Robyn then addressed a viral TikTok video in which a woman alleged that she, quote, dated Juan for over a year at the end of the pandemic. The woman also provided a hotel receipt and alleged text messages to influencer Giorgio Says that had Juan's name on them. Drop it down if you want me to play that video. I have it. We've played it a couple of times, but if you want to see it again, drop it in the comment box and I'll play it again. They did not date. He did not fly her anywhere, and there is a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt, the embellished founder explained. Girl, bye, stop lying. Adding that she would share more details about the receipt on their podcast paid subscription service Patreon. Listen, Dixon claimed that she knew about his alleged affair during season 7 of filming rhop and was waiting for one of the ladies to bring it up. No, Robyn, you don't wait for another woman to bring it up. You bring it up on the show. That's what it's called. That's why it's called your storyline. Girl, bye. Stop lying. And that's why you were out here yelling at Wendy, cussing her out. That's why you were out here, buying speakers and playing Candiace's Instagram live. Like, who cares about that at the table? That's why you bought Charisse on the show, because you wanted Charisse to have your back and you wanted to deflect. That's why you kept going after Karen, because you wanted to deflect. And I said this earlier, that Ashley knew and Ashley kept your secret. And Chris Bassett confirms it. Chris Bassett confirms it. We're going to get to it. However, during the January 2022 episode of the Bravo reality show, Huger alleged that Juan was spotted in Georgetown, Maryland, holding hands with a blonde woman, a claim that the Dixons both denied at the time. I don't know why it says Georgetown, MD. Georgetown is in Washington, D.C. Anyway, shout out to Georgetown. Shout out to my Hoyas. Despite the allegations, the Dixons, who are parents to Corey 14 and Carter 13, tied the knot, allegedly, for a second time in an intimate ceremony after filming Wrapped for season 7 of the show. Footage from the couple's nuptials will reportedly be shown during the season finale, which will air on Sunday, February 5th. Now, let me read to you guys what Chris Bassett said, okay? Because I think he made some good points, but at the same, and I'm going to tell you why I think he's giving Robyn a pass, but also making good points. So Chris says, just so we are clear, Giselle and Ashley knew about this before the season, didn't bring it up. That's your friend, cool, but chose to lie as a distraction. I'm not mad at Robyn, but the others are trash for that. Okay. Then he says, so wait, there were truths that were omitted / not filmed during our season. As a cast, we choose to tell falsehoods and lies about innocent people all season long, and now we are charging for the truth. What the F? I'm good on this BS, #rhop. Listen, Chris Bassett told no lies. With this one. It's honestly quite disgusting, because even if you think about it, prior to this whole situation with, the Georgetown girl, who I actually think is a different girl than the girl who is out here on TikTok, who gave information to Giorgio, says on TikTok, I think he's had multiple affairs with multiple women. I think that these are two different women. However, prior to both of those, don't forget last season, when Giselle and Ashley, and by proxy Robyn, was going after Eddie against Wendy, and they're like, oh, if it's out there, we have to talk about it on the show. It's on the blogs. We're bringing it to the show so you can talk about it. So, why aren't we talking about it? So they wanted to go after Wendy because Wendy did not bring up an actual lie on the show, but they wanted to justify going after Wendy and Eddie because they're saying, oh, it's on the blogs. But yet Robyn and Giselle both have admitted and confirmed that this woman was DMing people, both bloggers and YouTubers, because the reason why it came out was because she got it to the right TikToker who put it out there and said she was DMing all the ladies. And then they decided to withhold the actual truth on the show. The hypocrisy for me. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then Chris Bassett makes another great point. They're charging for the truth. Go to our Patreon and we'll tell you what really happened with the girl. To me, they're still lying on their Patreon. Allegedly, because I'm not paying for that crap. So allegedly, what people were saying that they said on their Patreon was like, oh, the girl forgot her wallet and Juan paid for it, and the girl slept with Juan's friend, not her. Like, just making up all of these ridiculous lies that made no sense. So not only are they lying on the show, lying on their podcast, but now you're actually paying for their Patreon to have them lie to you. So you're paying for lies because what they said was not the truth. Why at first it's, oh, Juan needs attention, Juan needed attention, oh, he's an idiot, it's the pandemic, to, oh no, she slept with Juan's friend, not Juan. I thought you said you and Juan had to work through it. I thought you said that's why you guys didn't get married right away. Why are you working through something if Juan didn't sleep with her but Juan's friend slept with her? Doesn't make sense. And why are you charging people to lie to them? It really doesn't make any sense, not at all. But I want to know what you guys think. Stick around, my beautiful candy canes, because I'm going to take some of your candy cane questions and comments, so drop them down. But let me know what you think. Do you agree with the clapbacks? I do. Karen Huger said, well, you don't say. She also did a response on her YouTube channel called Lies, Lies, Lies. So she did a response. Go check out. I think it's called It's Karen Huger. So on her channel, she's talking about it because Karen has been vindicated beyond belief. Robyn out there talking about, you need to talk about blue eyes. You need to talk about blue eyes. Why don't you like Charisse? And this entire time, you knew Juan was sleeping with another woman, and it was getting out there, and you literally said nothing about it. Girl, bye. Ashley also should be fired, and Giselle. I know people are saying Giselle and Robyn, but Ashley should too, because I agree with Chris, and I said this earlier. I think Ashley knew. And now you wonder why Giselle is out here lying on Chris Bassett, why Robyn is out here being aggressive and threatening Wendy, being aggressive and threatening Karen, because it's all deflection and distraction because they don't want it to be brought up. I think Ashley should be fired because I think she knew. Robyn sure as hell needs to be fired. And Giselle. They probably have more of a case to fire Robyn and Giselle because, they're, like Chris said, and I agree with this, they're charging for content that theoretically and probably contractually should have been on the show. Because they admitted that they knew the knowledge of it prior to filming. See, dumb criminals. I need to do a whole deep dive on just dumb criminals. You admitted to it publicly on your podcast that you knew about it before filming. So there's no plausible deniability. You can't say, oh, I didn't know. Oh, it happened during filming. I didn't want to say anything. No, you already admitted it. So I'm pretty sure contractually, you've probably, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not void a contract. You've broken the contract. You guys get what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure that contractually something is not right. I don't know. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Stick around, my candy canes, because I'm about to go through all of your questions, comments, and we're going to have a fun kiki. But for anybody watching on the replay, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend and share this with a friend, and check out the description box down below so you can be sure to sign up for our newsletter. The newsletter will be all self-love and wellness and self-care resources. It's all free. You'll also get a free self-love guide, and check out some of the courses down below. So with that, let's dive in to some of your candy cane questions and comments. Juanita is a channel member. Shout out to you. Thank you. Hey, Foxy. Hey, Foxy says, hey, everybody. Karen told no lies. Karen told no lies. Karen is so vindicated. I can't even tell you. And I said this before this broke out. I said this. I said, Karen, obviously every human being